In what ways are we really different? So I go with that too. And diversity has changed a lot. And this is something I talk about all the time within Vogue. I am older than you. But the idea of like free your mind, be colorblind, all that. And it used to be that we as liberals, progressives, were more like, we're all the same.
Yep.
And then at some point we flipped the script.
Right.
It's like we're all different, see me for me, speak my truth, etc. I have lots of issues with intersectionality for that reason, because I see it as a race to the bottom. I see it as like, okay, if we're gonna say this, then I also have this, and I also have that.
Oh, you'll go forever.
You'll go forever.
Yep.
That's my issue with it. I don't deny intersectionality as a concept, but I'm glad you get that, because I think some people, but in what ways though you go, no, but that is something really Desis do, that brown people do, our people do, that other people really don't do.
I think for me, like most times I talk about being Desi, I'm gonna talk about my family. You know, me and my friends, you know Sanjay Shah?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, me and him have come to this common understanding of when we're in a room with people, we have realized, well, I don't want to speak on his behalf, but he agreed with me. When we're in a room with people, I realized that I talk about my parents way more than anyone else. No one else in that room, if I'm in a writer's room, in a team meeting with my friends, no one talks about their parents as much as I do. It's our connection to family and the obligation we feel to family that I feel like is very South Asian. I don't mean it in a negative way. It can have pros and cons to it. I think it's beautiful at the same time, but I'll talk to you from a page of my life. Before coming out, I watched so many coming out movies. I watched the Love Simon, the Call Me By My Name, all the things like, oh, this is so cute. I saw the scene where they tell their parents, and then literally the next scene, Dad, I'm so proud.
Yeah, you're still my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, this is great. My experience was not like that, okay? And I'm not to say that my parents did poorly, they did the best that they knew how to do, but the culture and the family and what we believe we're supposed to be is very specific to South Asians. It's a beautiful thing because families ride or die. I know no matter what, I can go back to my parents' house, I can be 50 and they'll be like, come here, what do you want to eat? But I also know they have expectations. You know, whereas other
At least your parents ask you what you want to eat.
My mom won't stop asking me what I want to eat. Well, it's a constant thing.
My wife, my wife's mom will just put food on the table.
My mom, I'm going home to Toronto, I'll be going through security at the airport and she's calling me nonstop. Okay, so what do you want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Like a strict schedule, menu, plan, it's amazing.
What is your favorite dish? What was your mom's dish that you're like, okay, that's home? My mom's is definitely Rajma Chawal, no question. Her Rajma Chawal.
So my mom makes bomb chicken curry and she also makes it vegetarian.
Okay.
So you have options. It is the best thing ever. It would be my last meal. If you said I'm killing you with your last meal, I would say that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. My mom's the best. Shout out mom. She's
Shout out
she's
mom.
energy. But that's what I think is different about South Asians, and I think it's something that's awesome. And I think when I make videos, you know, with the parent characters being mean to me, people think like, oh, you're putting our parents down. No, I actually think our culture and the way we look at family is also really beautiful.
Now, did it feel, and there's no one probably who can answer this better than you, or maybe someone could answer as well, but no one better. How does the fame of TV compare with the fame of internet?
It's nothing compared to YouTube.
Oh, it's nothing compared to YouTube?
Yeah, I would say fame-wise, in
Did
the
it feel
industry,
more legitimate though? You're like, oh, I'm on TV.
So here's the thing, I still grew up with TV and film and theaters and all that stuff. So I still, there's certain glitz and glamour still to movie stars and celebrities to me. I think the newer generation of kids, they don't see a difference between digital stars and traditional stars.
They don't.
You know, they don't. They're like Madonna, Lilly, Justin Bieber, all the same. Like to them, it could be all the same. And I know that's a big statement I just made, but I've literally gotten a tweet that's like, my favorite artists are Britney Spears, Lilly, and Madonna. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
Because to them, it's the same, right?
Was that your mom's tweet?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. You're like, it wasn't my dad's. No, I'm kidding.
But the point I'm making is, TV made me feel more legit because I grew up with it. Yeah. I don't think it changed the perspective of my younger fans, the younger ones I have. In the industry, it definitely did. The day I got my show, so many celebrities I look up to followed me, DM'd me. Suddenly I was texting them. So for sure, it legitimized me in the industry. But in terms of fans, no.
That's
the online fandom is way stronger than the late night fandom.
Wow, that's a learning
because
for me.
online is universal. Sorry.
Yeah.
Online is universal. You know?
What age, what like someone is how old where that makes a difference, you think? Or what year, like whatever it would be?
Probably mostly like Gen Z or even like people right now that are like up to 25, I would say.
Okay.
Because a big part of it is online is worldwide.
Right.
Yeah, in India, in Trinidad, in Singapore, everyone watches it. There's no barriers to access, you know? The late night show was only available in certain places and
Right.
syndicated in certain places. So a lot of my fans couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes total sense. Have you made it?
Whoo! I said, how much more time do you got in this podcast?
I was like, let me ask her this keeper here.
You're like, just a small little ending question.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally gonna ask you something else. I thought, no, I didn't get to ask you that yet.
My honest answer is, I don't feel like I've made it.
Okay.
And I'm not quite sure I'll ever feel like that, and that does scare me. Yeah, you see I'm keeping you on your toes. Ah, dang it. I think a lot of people in my life, my friends and family, would describe me as someone who's made it.
Yeah, totally.
I fear that I will always wake up wanting more and being like, but I could do one more and I could do this better, and that scares me because I don't think that's healthy.
Right. But is that what keeps you going though too?
It does keep me going. I think that's where I have a very bittersweet relationship with this whole have you made it question, because my answer is no,
Right.
but I'm scared that it's no. But that no keeps me motivated to keep going. So I hope that if you know, in 10 years when we're doing this podcast in your mansion,
Right.
I
right.
hope that my answer is yes, I've made it.
What would be that thing where you go, okay?
For me, my instinct is that I want to actually put my foot into the game of production when it comes to TV and film, which I'm only a beginner at right now, you know? Sure, in the digital space, I could say I've made my mark, but I want to make movies and I want to make TV shows and I want to act and I want to produce things that are important, and I think there's still work to be done there. So if I have some of those Unicorn Island productions pop off, I think I'll feel like I made it.
Even if it's online though, like if they're YouTube, so this is the distinction between film and
No,
online?
they have to be beyond YouTube.
They would have to be on YouTube?
They would have to be beyond YouTube.
Beyond, okay, so there
Yes.
is a difference.
Yes, there is.
Wait,
Because
what is the production?
because I grew up with TV and movies. So I still, I'm
Okay.
like, oh, the glitz and glamour of an Angelina Jolie, of a Madhuri Dixit, like I grew up with that, so it's still very important to me.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's becoming less and less of a distinction,
There's still
to
that
me there
distinction.
still is, yeah, for sure.
Gender equity, or so even more than sexuality is a cause. Like you feel like gender equity is the thing, or I know they're tied together. But
Yeah, listen, at risk of me being like, here's what I care about most, bam, 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 the rest of you don't matter.
Yeah.
Going back to my life experiences, what I will say is I feel like I've had the most heartache in my life because of gender inequity. So yes, that is the chip on my shoulder.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you're a woman.
Yes, because I think all through my life, I've just kind of been less than. Honestly, not that I felt that way, but less has been expected of me. I got less opportunity. I had to fight through to get every single thing. You know, I think that's one of the reasons I started YouTube in 2010, was there was no one else that looked like me. And it wasn't only this exciting, ooh, this is really cool, but it was definitely that chip off my shoulder of like, well, there should be. And so I'm gonna make it. And so that always is a little bit of a driving force, even with the late night show. I'm gonna be very honest, I've said this many times, I'm not one of those people that grew up with the dream of saying I want my own late night talk show.
I mean, I haven't either.
I know, but I think when I got the show, everyone was like, oh my God, I'll interview you. Is this your dream? Did you grow up watching Jimmy Fallon? And I didn't.
Well, don't you think that was kind of the issue? Is that when you had the show, I was going, I think your vehicle would have been more like voices, character sketches like Superwoman, and then they had you doing stand-up and interviews, and they go, you're taking a golfer and you're making her play
Right.
basketball.
Well, I think that there's 2 seasons of the late night show. The first one, I was so out of my element. I was, you know, there's producers and all these people that knew late night, and I was the only person that didn't know late night. I only knew myself, but when you're put into that machine, okay, so we have to start with a monologue. Oh, I guess we have to do that.
Right.
Okay. Lily, you have to hit this mark. Oh, okay, I'll hit this mark. I'm listening to all these people who've done this for so long, and the product of season 1, when I watched it, I was like, this is not me at all.
Right.
And I don't like this, and honestly, it's not that good. Season 2, I definitely made more my own. There was more sketches. I was doing monologues as if there were rants. I was doing all that stuff, but people had already made up their mind about the show after season 1, right? And that's a tough thing. It's like,
You're boxed.
I had 30 plus years of posts that look one way, and after 1 year of me, people made up their mind. I know it was tough. I didn't have a lot of resources and a lot of options, and so I did the best I could do. I could say that genuinely I am proud of season 2, but I am quite, to be politically correct, I'm quite relieved to not be doing it anymore.
You don't have to be. You can come out because you go on a rant right
No,
now.
because I
mean,
don't
you know.
want to seem, I do have
No,
fear
you're
of
grateful.
sounding
You come
ungrateful.
off grateful.
I appreciate
we
you
know
saying that, but
we know that.
I do understand how big of a deal that was, and it has honestly helped elevate my career. Now I'm doing so many things that I'm actually excited about, so I don't want it to seem like I'm crapping all over it, but it definitely was a mentally, emotionally, and spiritually draining thing.
I would imagine it would have to have been.
Every single day to be putting that much energy into something.
Did you get advice from the other late night talk show hosts?
I did. I remember I got great advice from Corden, actually, when I went to go do Corden's show, which I will also say, and let me just breeze over this fact, but I will also say that was a big deal because historically, they're rival networks.
Right, for a host to go on another.
And so that was a big deal, but I was like, I don't want to subscribe to that. I don't want to subscribe to this archaic rivalry because like I'm a newer generation that's supposed to bring a fresh perspective, and my generation is one of collaboration. So I went and did Corden's show, and he actually like came into my change room. That was decent. He came into my change room, and
it's not where I was going.
For like literally 10 minutes, he just downloaded this amazing advice onto me, and I'll never forget it. And he was basically saying, it's so easy, you're doing this daily show, it's tough, you know, the network's gonna piss you off, they're gonna do all this stuff. You have to enjoy it. And the point he was saying is you have to enjoy it, and you'll always feel like you never have enough. Now I left that being like, he's absolutely right, you know, I might not always have this, I should enjoy it. But also, there's a little bit of realisticness of like, he's saying this from a perspective of his budget being probably 10 times what mine is, right?
True.
So there's levels to this stuff.
True.
When, you know, my budget was, we can't shoot one episode a day. We have to shoot 4 or 5 a day.
Yeah, like in a day.
Yeah, like that's a different.
That's what we do here. We're shooting 3 guests.
Yeah. So I used to shoot 2 to 3 episodes a day, including the monologue, whatever the bit was, the interviews. That's me prepping for 3 interviews a day. And you know what it is that you're doing it right now. It's tough.
It's
but now imagine a live audience.
I got coffee breath.
Yeah, no, imagine a live audience. Imagine the network here giving notes. Imagine like all this other stuff. So it's tough.
Yeah, that does seem like it would be a lot. That's funny. That's almost like someone in first class telling someone in coach, enjoy the ride.
A little bit, but I appreciated the sentiment of what he was saying.
No, but that's no knock on him.
Yeah.
That's not, I mean, that's really sweet.
But I needed to hear it because that's what honestly got me through the rest of the season. But I really appreciate that he took 10 minutes and he gave me this advice for someone that's been doing it longer than me.